back down. That was back in, God. Well, we were together for 9.5 years. So another 10 after that was the extent that I had. Got married at age, she was 45, I was 35. But you know, sometimes the thing is too, is like when you're in a relationship with somebody who already has a kid, there's nothing that you say or do is going to hold any bearing, because they won't allow you to show the kid, you know, discipline, morals, you know, because they've been used to things so far in the way that they've been raised. You know, usually single kids or only one child usually doesn't have to put up with that. And that's the way of the world today, you know. You know, you're supposed to correct the children when they do wrong, but you're not supposed to emasculate them, you know what I'm saying?
Leave it alone.
Doesn't it? Yeah. So that's pretty much all I got to say about it, though. You know, because like I said, this way you guys know, you know, the real me, and not what they conjure up or twist around or, you know, try to destroy or whatever the case may be.
This guy's a nervous wreck. Keep making up more lies,
The thing is,
Rich.
like I said, I don't have a criminal background. Never have.
Oh, really? Well, that's not what the law says.
And there's no reason for me to have that. Why would I want to? What's the point behind it? If you had a criminal background and you did things wrong, the wrong way, you wouldn't be able to have a job or anything. You'd be like,
This guy lies so much he believes his own lies. He thinks they're true.
and I'm sorry, but I don't want my life like that. I wouldn't want my life like that anyway.
Your life's shit.
No point behind it. Yeah. God, I've been sitting in this parking lot for 2 hours. Ugh.
Fucking loser. Why don't you get a job?
Walk around a little bit, I guess.
You have time to sit on your fucking ass.
You know, it's funny, all the things that they have over here, but the Walmart is across the highway. They even have a Barks over here. It's a place where you can actually adopt a pet. See, I know one place right off the bat where I actually rented an apartment. Main Street in Franklin. I don't know if the guy's there anymore, or if he sold the building. That was back in '95 anyway, that was many years ago. Now, I'm at a shopping center. Tater, I'm not at home right now. Get a guy in what? Yeah, but David, what they're doing here is a lot worse than that. They're going past the line of, you know, calling you out. They're actually calling people. These people literally are trying to pull what they call defamation of character.
Wrong.
And at this point, this is real. You know, it's not fake. It's not like, you know, I'm sitting there, if I'm joking around with you about something, and, you know, you and I go our separate ways. These people are actually taking action on something that you would say to somebody else and using it against you.
Maybe you
That's
should
the
learn
difference.
to not open your mouth.
Literally, they're making phone calls and doing this shit. That's the problem. That's what I have a problem with. Because now it's like these people are saying, you don't have a right, a freedom of speech. You can't talk.
Nope, you don't.
You can't record a video speaking your mind unless you pay, you know, with repercussions. For what? That's what this country's based on, freedom of speech. But it's not based on slander or defamation of character. And if that's what they're gonna pull, then that's what that is. And it's got
Good luck
nothing to do
proving it
with
in
that-
court.
It's got nothing to do with YouTube at this point. The only thing that's a problem with this is that they actually are posting the likeness of me on their page and doing it. That's the problem. There's a thin line between one and the other. One is like, okay, take it with a grain of salt and just move on. Another one is where they're actually acting on it. You know, not words, but actions. And when
This
they're making
fucking idiot
actions
doesn't
that are
realize that
false
really
accusations,
freedom of speech was meant
they're acting on
for
it.
you against the government, not for
That's
personal
what becomes
people
a
against
problem.
personal people. So you can play that however you want.
And that alone is reason for me to want to quit YouTube, period. Because I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sit there and I'm trying to get them to stop. That's all there is to it. But because they hate people, that's what they thrive on.
Exactly,
That's what they live
Bruce.
on, and that's the only thing that they're here for.
And he makes shit
Not
up.
just me saying.
Oh, I never made any threats
Look
to
at
you.
Brian's page. Ask Joe.
Listen to the
Ask Joe
fucking
Madden.
video.
Joe Madden.
And then he's like, well, that's not what I really meant to say. Well, maybe learn how to fucking speak
Or
then.
said something about me on his
Because you don't know how to enunciate or, you know,
every freaking time.
bring out what you actually want to say.
And now we
When
got
you were
these
saying
other ones
it. You
doing
just
the same
fucking
thing,
flap
but
your
they're
gums
actually taking
and talk
pieces
shit.
out of a video.
And then it comes back on you and then you try and
Whatever they wanna
backpedal.
say, no matter how backward-assed it is, okay? And they're putting it out there and then getting people involved.
I want to see
And
him do
that's
something.
bullshit, you know what
That's
I mean?
why I showed that picture of me concealed carrying. And that ain't the only one I have.
That's
Tough
what
guy.
bothers me the most about this whole YouTube thing. And that's the reason why I really don't want to do it anymore. It's not about letting them get me down, man. It's about what they're doing. They're not just talking and making a video of it and talking crap. They're actually calling people and making a problem for somebody. So they're slandering somebody's character. You know what I'm saying? It's legitimate. It's not fake. That's not fake when you go there. And your videos, if you do that, prove that you're doing it. Because that's the likeness of your face on there.
Yep, Bruce.
Saying it.
He wonders why he has no friends. He was just talking shit about his brother the other day. How he stayed there, I guess, for a day or so, too. And then he got in an argument with his brother.
Put the TV on YouTube.
Now he's buying him candy and shit.
On there with theirs. And record a video and post slander and all this other crap, too. But I got better things to do with my time than this. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking to the people that understand me and know that I'm not some delusional idiot that doesn't know what he's talking about.
Look at it. His person is even commented. It's probably somebody, one of our guys. You can see how his demeanor changes when he sees that comment.
It doesn't matter about that because these people are doing this crap to me. It's taken away from me to do things with my car.
Oh, you can't do them without being on YouTube?
If I'm going to be,
idiot,
belittled and have my character smeared all over the damn place like I don't know what I'm doing. If you guys looked at the videos, you guys can see that I've done everything to that engine.
Maybe you should fucking learn how to work on an engine, because that's not how you're supposed to do it.
Certified, and I've told these people that time and time again.
I'm not ASE certified. I'm not ASE certified. Neither am I, dumb fuck, and I can build an engine. You're a goddamn fucking idiot.
I don't have that kind of experience. I don't have the tools for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which means you shouldn't be doing it. Buy a fucking crate engine and be done with it, you fat fuck.
With what I have. Sometimes my best isn't
I forgot my
good
phone's
enough,
gonna die.
Sometimes, you can get things done without all that.
I don't know if this is gonna work.
Yeah. Sure did.
Ooh, barely.
Yep.
Might just have to leave it like that for a second.
Well, the reason why it's about the trolls right now, and I'll tell you the reason why, okay? Is because I don't want to see somebody else go through this. You understand what I'm saying? That's the reason why people don't do live streams. That's the reason why people don't do videos anymore, because this is what we got to deal with. Right, but the other problem is right now I'm having the problem of trying to locate another place of residence. And I have to do that before shit hits the fan, And even that takes time, like that one place that I was telling you.
Yep, exactly, Kitty. He hasn't done shit. He acts like he knows what he's doing. Oh, I'm not ASC certified, but I know what I'm doing. He wonders why it has 90 pounds of compression and won't fucking run.
Which I do now. Because like I said.
Not to mention it's out of balance now because he has those pistons in there with the valve reliefs and the slight dish on them.
Yeah, I know, Dennis. I know, but it just aggravates the hell out of me, that's all.
He's going to blow all his money waiting to find a piece of shit trailer when he could have just gotten into a Section 8 housing or some shit like that, and he could have lived in an apartment.
Where it stops.
He'll piss all his fucking money away, you watch. And I'll love every goddamn minute of it.
I don't even care that they don't like me, they don't care about me. I could care less.
No, you do care because you keep responding, that's why.
Miserable, you know what I'm saying? Let them have their thing and you do your thing. This is pointless,
Is it?
I think I'm gonna go on down the road. I think this is a little bit starting to get cold out of here. seatbelt back on.
Yeah, exactly. He couldn't even fix those like 4 lawnmowers he had. Oh, they got ethanol in the carburetor and they corroded up. Oh,
These people
wow.
don't know when to quit.
So hard to pull a couple bolts off.
It's gotten to a point now, like I said, where it's out of control. And it's not because of me, it's because of them.
Well, there you go, trying to blame us for your fucking stupidity.
See if I can get up this highway without getting stuck in them. That's the traffic. It helps put it in gear, Rich.
I hope he blows the clutch in that thing. Yep, misguided anger, that's perfect.
Nice going, Eddie. Do you look before you leave? Almost ran into
He does this every time he drives. He bitches at everyone else that drives, thinks he's the most perfect driver on the road. Meanwhile, he's looking at his cell phone.
So I'm going to look on that site again tonight. Hopefully, because I did run the credit thing, but I didn't get anything back from them. I don't know what the hell's up with that. Good. Now we got no traffic over here, so this is just going to be about 3 cars, because usually this is backed up.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah, and after seeing that mobile home today, the one that they got wanted $18,000 for, nope, not looking at another one. I'm going back to the trailer thing. Hopefully I could see something up there in PA that I don't want to move down South Jersey. South Jersey sucks. I went down to Whiting, man, it took a hell of a lot longer to get down there than it did to get to PA. Most people down there don't know how to
Yeah, me
drive
too.
anyway.
Kenny. This idiot, he thinks, I don't know what he thinks he's going to get for $18,000. Sit there bitching about an $18,000 mobile
Yeah, that's
home.
pretty much all.
What the
all
fuck
there
do
is
you
right
think
now
you're
is
getting
the
for $18,000 these
what's going on
days?
with that, you know?
This fucking idiot had any brains, he would have bought one of
Yeah,
those
you gotta have a lot of money in
fucking
order to
mini
get down there
houses.
first.
You can buy a decent
But
one
the
for
whole
like
thing
60
is-
grand.
Is you actually have to have.
Actually, you
place
can buy a
before
single wide, a brand new
you-
single
you
wide
have
for
to-
60
you have to know
grand.
where you're going. You can't take a trip all the way to South US. As far as you can go. And, think you're gonna get something. It's not like that. It doesn't work that easy.
And you want to know
You
why
find
it,
something
or know
as
how?
close to home as you
I
can.
actually looked the other day to see how much they were because I was thinking about
Depends
buying
on
a
the time that you
property
have.
and putting
You
a
don't have
single
lot of time for
wide
it.
or double wide
You
on
don't
it
have a lot
as
of
a
time
rental
to
while I
roam
built
around
my,
and do this, that, and
when
the
I,
other. You have
and
to actually do it.
to replace another one that's on the property and build another house on the property.
Like, you're not gonna take off from, I'm not gonna take off from work and look for
And this
a place.
fucker don't even
Because I
want to
lose money.
fucking spend 18
You know what
grand.
I'm saying? That would be a
Keeps
dumb
pissing
thing
that
to
money
do.
away, dude. You won't have even fucking 18 grand to spend on a shack.
Freaking 25 miles an hour.
Better take what you can get.
Yes, I do talk about the people that are driving.
Yeah,
That was the
exactly.
first time I've ever had
They're
a
only
ticket.
like 1,200 square feet, but I mean, that's all one person needs, really. You know?
Because I see a lot of room for improvement. New York drivers are bad.
Yeah, I could see him build his own. I can only imagine him trying to push up the frame on it. He'd be out of breath. He couldn't even get it a quarter way up off the ground.
But you did that, their window open, they'd be singing soprano. Like I have people blaring a horn at me because 1.2 seconds it took me to move the vehicle from neutral to drive at a traffic light.
Why do you put it in neutral? Just fuck clutch in if you're only gonna be there for a second.
So it's like, you know. But I don't scream out obscenities to people because they can't drive. Yeah, you could turn on red.
What do you mean you don't scream obscenities? What did you say when you called that guy an N-word? You fat fuck.
An elderly person or something. They're used to a certain way of driving, and they usually see no turn on red on traffic lights. But this one does not have that sign out here. So we wait for it anyway.
Yep, and those Jeeps are a complete shit. Those are like one of the worst fucking
that's
Jeeps.
Exactly why I'm not going there no more.
I don't even think they make a Jeep Patriot anymore.
Today, the dry rotted tires, the leak in the front, the leak in the back, they're made like crap. And things are made so cheaply they can't even hold up, you know?
What do you expect? What were you expecting?
Looking nice is one thing.
You fucking idiot.
Something that's actually stable and you can drive without having a lot of problems with it is a whole different ballgame. And I don't want to be doing that, so. So we'll look for some kind of, I don't know, there's another point.
You know why you would want to live in an RV anyways?
There's another area in PA too. Yeah, I go back after the holidays, Jeff. That's when, you know, the kids go back.
And then they'll fire your ass. Ah, Rich, it's sure nice to have my own house.
If I get this place in PA,
Ham shop.
then I can get my car there, I can get my stuff out of this. Oh, I gotta pay the, what the hell is it, the, storage fee, $290. Gotta make that soon. Let's see, what is today, the 28th? Guys, what day is today, the 28th?
You know what fucking day it is, Fatty?
I think he's open tomorrow, on the 29th. Half a day, so what I'll do is I'll go down there and pay it tomorrow. Just withdraw money out of the bank again. Oh, it's 27th, okay.
So I think I explained it before. There's a property that I'm interested in, and I'm more than likely not going to end up getting it, but it would be a prime opportunity, 10.5 acres with a manufactured home on it. Yeah, it's an older one. It's built in like 76, but I can move into that temporarily while I build another house. And then when that house is done, I can rent that one out and plus have this house as a rental. And I'd be fucking sitting pretty. But got to have a down for that, which I don't. So 20% down on 425 grand is a decent amount of cash. Oh, where'd you go, Rich? I forget, what's a USDA loan? I know like what an FHA is and stuff. See, they used to have, my friend's a realtor, and she said that they got rid of like the first time home buyer deal 5 years ago or so. That was, I I never got that, but that was something that was available to me when I bought my first house. But I just got a conventional loan because the house was only $67,000 at the time. So I turned around and just, put my 20 down on that, and that was it. Did you? So you have mortgage insurance then, or were you required? You should have been required to. Yeah, just homeowners insurance. Oh no, okay, so no mortgage insurance. Nice. Yeah, I know some of those. If you do a zero, like the FHA, if you do a zero down, at least this is what my realtor was just telling me. If you do zero down with an FHA, you have to have a mortgage insurance. I don't know how much. I guess it'd be like if you put 20% down, then you wouldn't need it. I don't know the exact numbers on all that. Oh, come on, Rich. Where the fuck did you go? Maybe I have to back out of it. Could be me. Where the hell did he go? There he is. Yeah, there are certain limitations. Yeah, I would never. The only way you could get me back in the city
I think that's the reason why
would be
I like it out here in this part of Jersey.
if I still had property like out here where I'm at now,
Like you didn't have
like my shop and everything, and then I just lived in town. That'd be the only way I could live in town. And even then, I wouldn't want to live in a huge city. It'd probably be like, I don't know, no more than like 50,000 or something.
Yeah.
But there really aren't that many small cities around here anymore. They're all, the smallest one is like 70,000 now.
Yeah, Jersey does suck, but the thing is, like I said, as far as when you look at it, like in an area like this where it's underdeveloped and not a lot of people out here, it still looks like what they call like untouched land, like nothing is, developed. Only the things that are right out at the beginning where the street is, that's it.
See, I have a 250-gallon propane tank, but I only have a few things that run off propane, which would be the furnace, which I don't use it very often. I have a heat pump, and then I have a wood stove. So I also have wall heaters too. So I have my share of whatever I want to use. And then I have my oven, and then I have a gas dryer. And I do have hookups for a gas water heater or like a radiant heater if I wanted in the shop or in the main garage. But that's it for that. And then I'm on well, so I don't pay for water. Just pay for
I don't want nothing to do with Jersey
just
anymore.
pay for electricity.
I'm tired of the overpricing. I'm tired of the freaking tax. I'm tired of the interest.
Well, if you're tired of all that, those both PA and Jersey are the wrong places to be.
It's not helpful, You can't get somebody to
better move to North Carolina or Virginia.
It's like going to a restaurant and them starting with their prices sky high. And
I'll be right back.
The food yet, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know how good or how bad the food is, but yet they're going to charge you a fortune. Come to find out, it's horrible. You know what I mean? And then you're like, why did I waste my time going to this place, And then they lose all their customers because they jack everything up through the roof. You know, like when you go out to dinner, you want a reasonable price, you know, you wanna be, that you're with somebody, or, you know, the atmosphere or whatever. You don't wanna be sitting there like, you know, feel like you gotta stuff your face and leave because they need to have seating for somebody else. Maybe paying $100 instead of, you know, $75. Man, I guess I better put them on. It's starting to get dark out here already. Don't look at it from the camera, but the camera doesn't do anything justice, I'll tell you that. Yeah, so no more spending me, we're done with that. I'm gonna save what I got now for, the goal is to try and at least get that house. I gotta get back to work though. So I actually have to have a couple of weeks of work in before I can actually say, hey, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then try and, you know, get I really don't need a loan though. That's the thing is, I really don't want to, I don't want a mortgage. That's the whole point of me getting out of the house. I'm not gonna mortgage. The mortgage is not there to help you. It's there to jeopardize your life. Ultimately, you know. The place is still open yet. Cranberries Cube. Antique shop. All right, Dennis, I'm gonna check out your videos, just to let you know. Probably be in between me looking for the, you know, that trailer, and I'm sure it's still available.
All right, I'm back.
We'll see you next time, Dennis. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
I can't understand. I still cannot understand why all these fucking guys suck ass to this guy.
I've been waiting for that all day.
This is not entertainment right here.
Driving in third and driving in fourth.
They act like they're his best bud, like they went to high school together.
See what they should have done with this. So you had enough room for 2 lanes. They should have made one turning lane and one regular lane.
Well, now he's telling them how the city should run things.
It's funny. There was this banquet hall that was over here, and there's still
the county.
A sign up.
Oh, they should have paved it this way or done this, made it this many lanes. Go work for the county then, you fat fuck. You know so much about everything.
They need to sign up.
Do you sleep well in that rig? that comment will get deleted, or he'll respond with a
Nice heat.
stupid fucking
Thing
comment.
throws some pretty good heat, I'll tell you that. Starting to get cold again, so I'm gathering, probably gonna wind up having some snow coming. Oh, you know what? When I was up there in, Newton, the roads actually had that, the spray stuff that they do. You see the lines in the road. So I guess they're planning on getting some snow up there.
Good. I hope there's some more of that 7-degree temperature that you like.
That doesn't always mean anything. I don't sleep in this. I have a place. The head lady that's in the senior center helped me to get this yesterday, so to be at, so better than sleeping in the car, that's for sure. Till I get that place.
You aren't going to get that place. You're going to milk this out for all it's worth. You fucking lazy bum.
Byron Township. Well, I'll have a look at these. Nope, wrong gear. Third gear, please, thank you.
Good thing about it is he only has a few more years to live to mooch off
There's a
people,
little bit over a
so
quarter tank.
once that's over with, everyone can relax.
Gas mileage, so it's not, I
You don't have to worry about this asshole coming by begging for shit.
I could probably I'm gonna go to Wendy's and get myself a burger.
Oh yeah, that's good healthy food for you right there. That's what a 5 foot, 370-pound whale needs, is a fucking burger from Wendy's. I bet his arteries are just screaming at him. This guy's just begging for congestive heart failure again.
Stuff from there and bring it home. It's nice and warm. I like the warm when it's cold as heck outside. I don't like it when it's butt cold out.
Yeah, standing stint.
For credit. Wow. So you save what, 10 cents? And you pay cash?
Give me things that didn't happen, Alex, for 100. Standing stint.
Short plates.
Any real doctor would laugh at that. See, the thing is this guy doesn't listen. I bet they told him to stand for something else, and this fucking idiot just somehow in his whatever world he's living in, he just assumed that they were putting a stent in him while he was standing up, and they probably didn't. But none of this probably even ever happened. But let's just say it did. They probably had him standing up for something else, like putting his fat ass on the fucking scale. And he probably just assumed that, oh, yeah, that's what happened. They were putting a stent in me while I was standing on a scale. He gets everything confused. You could tell him 2 + 2 = 4, and he would think that you said 2 + 2 = 8. That's how fucked up his mind is.
I call it blind man password.
Correct. Yeah. Exactly.
What are you doing, pal?
He doesn't listen. He's off in his own world.
Well, I know one thing. I have to take my pill when I get home.
Oh, you gotta take your water pill? You getting a little
A
fat?
little crazy again. I know what I mean. Gotta go up. Yeah, maybe.
Somebody should steal all this guy's pills
Something
from
like
him
that.
and watch him suffer. I want to watch him blow up, 80 pounds in 2 hours of water weight.
I'll just go back to the place. And
Like he
turn on
claimed.
TV and eat and pass out. No, I can't pass out. I actually got to do some research. Find that one place. Find out what the hell happened with it. 'Cause, like,
It's physically impossible for somebody to gain 80 pounds
all right, now we know
in
where
a
it
few
is.
hours of water weight.
283.
You know how much fluids you'd have to take in? You'd have to be drinking gallons and gallons of water, and it's somehow processing through your whole system to even be able to gain that much weight. It's physically impossible, but let's just say it was. You would have to be drinking gallons and gallons of water. You wouldn't just come up with it all of a sudden fluid out of nowhere. Your body would have to shed that somehow.
Over here. And then I realized that half the roof was missing. I'm like, don't think so.
Yep.
Like, sorry, I'll pass. Keep that for yourself.
He's gonna open his mouth one too many times. We'll get his ass kicked out of the senior center.
Nobody's up front though.
I want to see what karma he thinks is gonna happen.
So.
The only bad karma that's gonna happen is to him for being the scumbag that he is.
If you do go there, you actually have to let me know. Because I'm not just going to sit there and, might have a beer.
But you don't drink beer, Rich.
Intoxicated. Because I don't drive behind the wheel with that,
You said you don't drink, so now you're saying you do drink? I think you were drinking that night. You made that video making threats.
If you want to meet up there,
better watch your mouth, boy.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know. It's not just a bar. They also have.
Gonna run your mouth to too many different people or somebody who's not gonna put up with that shit, and you're gonna end up assuming room temperature.
I'm going to Wendy's. I'm getting what is it? A couple.
You know what room temperature is?
Take them to my me house or me place that I'm sleeping for now. Get out of the middle of the road, Jesus. Come on, house. Are we really that? I don't know what the hell's going on with it. Well, you know what? There's a lot of craziness going on in this town. I don't know if I told you guys, but. The other day when I was at Quick Check, I was there about 4 o'clock in the morning. This 20-year-old
came to suck your dick?
It was the day after Christmas. And
or did you suck his dick?
That's why I say, treat people with the same humility and humanity that you want to be treated with, because you don't know what's on people's plate. You don't know what they're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And it could be a bad situation. And the more...
Yeah, I'm sure talking to you just calmed his nerves.
Negativity.
He's like, damn, this motherfucker has more problems than I do. Okay, I'm not going to kill myself. Maybe you ought to, though.
They're not really in a mental mind state where they can actually deal with things, Especially with the holidays. A lot of people are like that. But you don't know because, they don't really act any different than you would be used to, But I was at this Quick Check, like I was saying, and this kid, he's like 20 years old, he's sitting in the back chair on one of the tables. He had this fake blood on his on his mouth. And I found out he actually had, I think it was a part to a pellet gun, but it looked like a real automatic weapon. And we had literally, there was like 6 cops
now
right in front of this quick check because of this kid. And come to find out from the employees later on that he was actually suicidal. He had a bad holiday and was dealing with a lot of mess. And you kind of feel sorry for somebody like that because, it's supposed to be a happy time of the year, not a depressing time of the year, Nobody wants to go through that. So I'm going to Dave's or Wendy's and having myself a couple of breakfasts.
Oh, now you're gonna get a couple burgers.
Oh, there's a nice ice patch right there.
That's all your fat ass needs is burgers. This guy should just inject his veins with lard.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, see, he tried to act like, oh, well, this guy has it worse off than me because of his mindset, and he was actually suicidal. Like he's trying to project, like you're saying, like he is in a better mental state. Oh, here we go with it freezing again.
I don't need nothing to drink, and I definitely don't need those fries. Orientation is locked. Rotate back. I don't think so.
Maybe his buddy Tim Harris and the other Joe Mad can invite him to go live with them.
No more mobile homes. I'm done with it.
Jabba was living. I saw he had a short live the other day, and I caught part of it while I was driving. And he was talking about he stayed with. I only caught part of it. Maybe I heard it wrong, but I swear he said he had stayed with his brother for a few days, but they got into an argument, so he moved out of there. So he can't even get along with his own siblings. That's how much of a fucking idiot he is.
And I know everybody's here now, right? Jesus. All right, guys, I'm going to call it an evening. And
another waste of a day.
Safe. Don't go out on the road on New Year's Eve because
Don't tell me what to do.
Occasional person out there that really doesn't care.
God, you're so damn ugly.
There's nothing to mend with them. You don't understand something. They do this because they hate people.
No, we're doing this for the greater good.
Jolly Rancher, okay? They hate people. That's all there is to it. That's what their mind is filled with, hate. And the more they hate, the happier they are. And there's nothing you can do.
No, we all get along with each other because we're decent people, unlike you. We're not mooching scumbags.
At all.
Nope. Bye-bye, Rich. Who the fuck ends their live like that? He's like in the middle of a conversation, just shuts it off. Oh, Lord. Yep. So that was Rich for today. Oh, fuck. Doing more of nothing. So I just happened to catch part of it when I was actually out and about, and then I came home. It's like, well, I ought to make a video on it. I haven't made one in several days. I've been actually out of state, with family and friends and all that, unlike this piece of shit. He'll open his mouth and get himself in trouble. He does every single time. He goes through these little kid fits, just like that video, like where he just all of a sudden makes a random threat, and then he acts like, oh, well, I didn't actually mean it like that. Well, maybe you ought to go back and watch your video. Yeah. Yeah, they couldn't find his groin under all that fat. There's that saying, he pisses on his nuts. That's rich. That's how small that thing is. I know some of these other guys, like Jack and Austin. They don't like to be, quite as mean as I am, but I really don't give a fuck. So it's whatever. I could be a cruel motherfucker if I want to be. If somebody wants to, like Rich wants to make a threat, I know that wasn't directed at me per se, because I wasn't, involved in the calling or any of that stuff, but I know that's what he still thinks. But I'd love to see him come try. Like I said, he'll assume room temperature. That's what'll happen with him. And that's all that has to be said about that, and it would be quick. So, well, there's certain people that deserve it, and then there's people that don't deserve it. And when you're a scumbag like him, you deserve everything that you get. I'm not the one going out and begging to stay at somebody's place, or, begging for free help to put in a starter, or, and then turn around and talk shit about him. Like the guy that put the starter in his car, he was bitching because, he couldn't be there when he wanted him to be there, and this and that, or his mechanic buddy that didn't show up when he wanted him, or all this, wasn't answering the phone, and then he started talking shit about him. He doesn't have any real friends. They're all acquaintances. Yeah, the claiming of the cancer, the skin cancer. So what if he does have skin cancer? Like, literally, but unless he had a sample taken of it, he doesn't know whether it's actual skin cancer or a skin tag. And then he talks shit about how everyone else drives. I mean, literally, everything he talks about, he's bitching about someone else. It's someone else's problem for whatever is going on in his life. I got kicked out because of somebody else. My 57's not running because somebody didn't come help me with it. Somebody pulled out in front of me, so I called them an N-word. Like, everything he talks about, he's fucking bitching. He's just an unhappy, miserable fuck. And that's what reflects in his life. The more miserable he gets, the worse things are going to become for him. Yep. Yeah, see, it's the same thing too. He'd probably be like, just like the tools. Oh, my tools don't work. Well, maybe you ought to stop buying from Harbor Freight. There's certain things that you can and cannot buy from Harbor Freight. It just depends. Like, Torque Test Channel's done a bunch of tests on, like, the Pittsburgh wrenches. They're garbage. Their spread on them is too far from the factory. So they tend to slip easier because of the, like I say, the spreads, they're like 25 thou larger than the nut. Whereas like a snap-on wrench, or even a Proto or Matco or SK, they're all, within like 15 thou to 8 thou. So you're not going to be slipping on that nut. Oh, fuck, I had a day yesterday. Coming back, he said, oh, it's not supposed to snow. I took my two-wheel drive Ranger, and I hit Crater Lake. If anyone's ever heard of Crater Lake, it goes up from like 1,500 feet elevation to 6,000 feet. Well, when I got about 4,500 feet up, I started hitting snow, and then it got real bad. And then traffic stopped, and then I ended up having to put chains on and then do 30 miles an hour for the next 17 miles. So that was fun. But see, unlike me, or if that would have happened to Rich, he would have bitched. Oh well, it's the world's fault that it's snowing right here, or it's somebody else's fault they didn't plow it enough. No, Job is not kicked out of the senior center yet. Yet, keyword. All right, Bruce, we'll catch you later. Don't have too much fun. I'm probably going to get off here soon, here in a couple minutes here. I've been on here long enough. Yeah, he said he looked at a. Well, I don't know. I think he was talking to actually. He doesn't know how to call anything what it's supposed to be called. I think he was actually looking at an RV or something for 18K. But I'm not 100% sure because he has looked at a couple single wides for around that. But you're not going to get much of a single wide for 18K. It's going to be a pile of shit. His best bet is getting into some Section 8 housing or, something that's subsidized. Even though I despise that crap, but whatever. That's going to be his best bet to get a stable place. And he's going to end up burning through all that money and... Oh, poor him. Where are you going to stay now? Yeah, he's staying at some place his realtor recommended or gave him or whatever. Friend of his or theirs or whatever. Well, good luck then. If he doesn't want to, if he thinks all the single wides are junk, then he's screwed. He might be able to find a double wide, but good luck. And a double wide is going to be built no different than a single wide, so that's his problem. He bitches about everything. He doesn't want to buy a piece of shit because he's too fucking fat and lazy and broke to be able to fix it. So, what are you going to do? Unless he wants a house payment again. Go find one for 120 grand. But he's going to put himself in the same position he was in before where he can't afford the mortgage. So, whatever. We'll watch how it plays out. I guarantee, though, nothing's going to happen. He's not going to find a place. He's too fucking picky. He expects gold for the price of silver. Well, he's the fucking idiot that signed on to a variable rate mortgage or an ARM or what. I don't know what he did exactly. I've never even seen a variable rate mortgage, to be honest, other than an ARM or ARM or however you want to pronounce it. Other than that, I've never seen just a straight up variable mortgage. But then again, I don't go looking for that. I always just go straight for a fixed rate. You're a fool if you sign on to a variable rate. Yeah, he says they're set up to ruin people. No, they're set up to protect the mortgage lender. They're the bank, whatever. They don't want to lend their money out to someone like that fucking retard and then have them default on their mortgage and then they have to pay that back. They lose their ass, so they got to sell the place pennies on the dollar. Oh, yeah. Duh, that makes sense. An adjustable rate mortgage ARM. I never really thought about it like that. Yep, you're right. But he could have years ago, when the rates were like 2019, hell, even 2020, even early 2021, he could have refinanced and got into a fixed at even 4%, and he would have been better off. But the dumb shit just kept making excuses. He doesn't understand how the world works. He lives in his own world. And that's what happens. He screwed himself. And he's going to do it again. It won't be the last time. So yeah, and Barry's his own special needs. Barry's a straight up hoarder. Like he thinks that, he deserves everything. He can't throw away anything. He won't even throw away his own trash. That's why it's building up outside of his house. They should move in with each other. Rich could pay him $200 a month for rent, since that house is paid off. And that'll give Barry his $200 that he doesn't get off of YouTube to, go change starters on his piece of shit cars. Actually pay somebody else to change starters on his piece of shit cars. I don't know what happened with the house for a dollar deal. I think when his wife divorced him, I think he had to buy her out. I'm guessing just like when you divorce and you have to put your house up for sale and split the difference. I think maybe to get out of it, since she just left him and said, I don't care, he can have it all. I think he had to physically pay something for it. And I think that's how that came about. I'm not sure. It's just a guess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember how many Hot Wheels he said he had. Too many for an old man is, or a middle-aged guy. I think I have maybe 100. I don't even know if I have that many. I might have 100. It's probably somewhere close to that. Just ones that I've had since I was a kid. Yeah, that's true, Don. He probably couldn't get a mortgage. Yeah, exactly, Smooth. So, should I do the Java? The bullfrog. Maybe fart on camera. See, I thought it was on your credit for 10 years. Or, oh, no, sorry, I'm thinking of bankruptcy. Which, actually, I'm surprised he hasn't filed for bankruptcy. There you go, Two Mutts Garage. That'd be a good one. Can have Barry on there talking the usual crap that he does, and then Buddy Rich can come up behind him and then complain about everyone else. They can install toggle switches together. It's about where their skill set ends. Yeah, I don't know, Smooth. I don't know how any of that works. I've never been in that position. Honestly, if I lost everything and I had to just sell it all, I would probably, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably get one of those tow behind tiny houses or something like that. And just have my Super Duty and then pull that around and just move around from place to place. Stay at those RV parks. Because those things are actually nicer than a travel trailer. I mean, they're built out of regular. I think they're built out of either 2x4 or 2x6 construction. They're all insulated, just like a house. You don't have to worry about any fiberglass siding or any roof leaks because it has a regular asphalt shingle roof on it. You know, there's a guy, I'm sure unless he's dead, he used to ride locomotives. He was some bum or whatever, and he would hitch on one and go ride in the rail car. And he was actually here in Idaho, and he went up to he's up in like the Spokane, Coeur d'Alene area, and but he'll travel all around, getting on different locomotives and riding around. But he's actually he actually has a better vocabulary than Rich does, which is funny. That's just what he wants to do. I'll have to look that up. I don't remember his name. Yeah, I think that might be him. I don't know if he'd make a great hobo, for sure. Thing is, he eats too much. So usually hobos are skinnier because they're usually hungry all the time. They're not eating a 10-course meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. See, unlike him, they actually live like they're broke. He doesn't. He lives the broke life, but acts like he makes 70, 80 grand a year, let's say. Yeah, oh yeah, they're way more resourceful than him. Yeah, zero survival skills. That's true. He couldn't survive just because of his sheer size and his health issues. He couldn't go very long without those pills. But who knows? If he lost all that weight, he might not even need all those pills. Like those cholesterol pills, you wouldn't even have to take them if you just changed your diet. That's from eating like a fat pig. And then what he does, he gives his brother that 3-pound. I actually saw one of those the other day. My buddy's kid got one for Christmas. 3-pound Hershey chocolate bar. Hershey's chocolate's disgusting, and it doesn't really matter what form it comes in. There's way better chocolate out there. That's like the bottom of the barrel chocolate. But I mean, I'd never seen. I didn't think they actually made a 3-pound chocolate bar, but they do. But he got his brother that, and then he got his brother a bunch of Rolos or whatever. Like, really? You just trying to give him diabetes or what? Oh shit, no, he couldn't. He'd get stuck between the rail cars and get ran over. He'd probably actually stop the train. Don't worry about where I'm from. I'm from my home. I'm from the USA. Yeah. Sometimes I miss him. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm not in a position to be able to set the TV up and record him. Sometimes I'm out and about, and my phone has so much stuff saved on it now. I still have all the original videos I made and everything, and I haven't wanted to delete them just yet. So my phone has almost all the memory used up on it. So I have to watch how much I record. Yeah, they're all people like fakes, fake accounts. You see his followers, subscriptions are going up. I think he's paying just like Barry. I don't know why people would keep subbing to that crap. Yet I only have, I had 86 and it dropped down to 84. And it's like, okay, and I'm not on here to, be like, oh, like and subscribe and whatever. Like, I don't care either way, but it's just funny how he's gaining subscribers all the time, and he might lose like 1 or 2 here and there, but he keeps gaining more and more and more. The guy's not entertaining. I'm more entertaining than he is, yet, I'm not really gaining anyone. I bet this video I won't gain anything from it. But like I said, I don't care either way. It's whatever. Like, if I really want to on here, I'll just, I'll make these videos maybe, or maybe I'll just delete all this crap and go back to straight doing car videos and stuff. And then I could easily surpass Jabba and all his views. I don't know. I don't really care that much yet. Maybe if I want to, get some extra money off to the side, but I mean, I have other things I can do to get money that I don't have to worry about airing shit to the public. Oh, smooth. They're all the videos that are already on here. I just have them on my phone too. I have some of the original videos too that I recorded to make those videos as well. Yeah, exactly. Well, he should know better. Like, now that everyone watches him, like, he says the wrong shit and we know where he's at, he's going to pay the price. But he's a big mouth and he can't ever shut the fuck up, so. Yeah, he is his own worst enemy. He causes all this pain for himself by not shutting his mouth. Or at least be a little smarter and not let everyone know where you're staying at or where you're at, at all times. Because if no one knew where he was staying, it'd be kind of a non-issue. But you know that saying, you don't shit where you eat, so maybe he should have thought of saying shit about that woman, being as he was staying there. He could have waited till he moved out or whatever. Well, he also constantly says that it's something that, I'm not going to say this anymore, and then he keeps talking. He said he wasn't going to talk about his personal life anymore. What was he doing today? Talking about his personal life once again. So, because he doesn't have any car content, what else is he going to talk about? He had no shit about cars. He ain't going to have a car conversation. So he should really just change his channel from Jabba 220 Automotive Restoration to Jabba's Vlog, or I'm a loser named Jabba and I constantly just bitch at things all day. I guess he could show off more of his Hot Wheels. But even that has an ending. There, it's the same shit, especially when 3/4 of his cars are identical ones. Like, what's the point, dude? Why would you buy 3 of the same thing? Yeah, valve release. Or like in his videos where he said, when I went to start up, I had this happen before in another car where I turned the engine over and it popped one of the rod bearings out and it rolled it over the other bearing. Well, then you need your connecting rod resized and need to figure out what's going on with your bearings, because they shouldn't be popping out like that. He acts like these things just happen. Like it's not a big deal. We just pop the bearing back in it and head out on our way. Yep. Yeah, the fulcrums. Yeah. Yeah, the globes, the half globes. A car person wouldn't know what these are called. These are called globes. Yeah, his piece of shit Plymouth Cranbrook. That's the thing, like, it'd be completely understandable if he, acted like he didn't know anything. Or, whatever, said he didn't know anything, because it's not like he's acting. He doesn't know shit. But, if he just said, yeah, I don't know what these are called, it'd be no big deal. It'd be like, okay, well, he doesn't know a lot. But he comes off with this attitude that he knows all this shit, but he's not ASE certified, but he knows all this shit. And that, everyone else is wrong, he's right. Or then when they call him out on it, it's not valve release, it's valve relieve. And then he makes like, well, you knew what I meant. You knew exactly what I meant. Forget what the best one he said was. It was, well, no, that was the same one. Where he said, oh, the valve reliefs are there so the valve doesn't get stuck in the piston. Oh, boy. If that's what he thinks, he better go take a class at Wyotech and learn the basics. Or better yet, maybe he ought to just get himself a Tesla and then he doesn't have to worry about any of that stuff. Yeah, there were countless people that tried to help him. He didn't want to listen. He doesn't want to listen. Or he thinks everyone's giving him bad advice. That it's, we're just out there to fuck him over. That's where all this started, was everyone tried to help him. And then when he just kept burning his bridges, everyone just finally said, fuck this asshole. Let him suffer. And then here we are today. And he's suffering heavily because of it. Keeps digging that hole deeper and deeper. Is that what it is? Is that a Jeep Compass or is it a Patriot? I didn't know which one it is. I know it's one of the shitty ass Jeeps that are like the complete piles of shit. If it's not a Wrangler or the new Comanche or whatever, they're all shit. I mean, the older ones are good too, but I mean, if it's not a Cherokee, Wrangler, or the Comanche or whatever, they're all shit. I mean, even those had their problems, but all these IFS front end, piece of junk, Compass, Patriot, whatever. I don't know. I mean, around 500 horse, you'd probably get there with a cam and I don't know. You might have to do a little bit more. I don't think cam and just headers will get you there. Those were which 5.3 is it? Is it a 706? Those are Cathedral Port, I think. I don't know if you get to 400. You won't get to 400 at the wheel, but you'd probably be there at the flywheel. And it really just depends on what cam. I mean, stage 2 cam, I mean, that doesn't really mean anything to me. That's every different manufacturer makes something different. And really all the cam blanks come from comp cams. There's a few others, but you're probably going to need a little bit more compression. Because I think those are around 9.5 to 10 to 1. But you're probably, if it's going to be a street car, you probably want something with a good lobe separation. You're not going to want like a 108. It's going to be too choppy, and it's not going to be as streetable. You're going to probably want like a 110 to 112. That's another thing too. Are you keeping it fuel injected or not? But yeah, you probably you're probably gonna have to have a decent sized cam in there to make 400 if you want it at the wheels. But yeah, I think you're gonna have to put some more compression in it too. I mean, honestly, if you really want to just make 400, you could buy that Hooker, their cast iron turbo manifold setup, and then put a small, like a, I don't know, like a 78. I don't know. There's so many different turbos out there now, but like a T3, just a little tiny turbo, and that would get 400 easily, and it would be, super streetable, especially if you just kept the stock cam or like a, let's say a GM hot cam, or the Howard's version of that, or the ASA cam, which is like a slightly bigger than the hot cam setup. And it wouldn't have a lope or anything if you kept the lobe separation angle, like I say, 110, 112, somewhere up in there. You get pretty smooth idle. And then having it up there, the power band will be a lot wider than when you bring it tight. And I'm no guru on the cam thing. I mean, I've just learned this shit over the years. Like there's guys that know a lot more about cam design than I do. I mean, you might call up Iski or Brian Tooley or any of those guys. I think Brian Tooley's one of the guys that gets their blanks from comp, and then they just grind them in house. See, actually, I have a 6-liter. So what was an LQ4 with 823 heads, which are the same as an LS3 head. They're just the truck version. And then I have I don't know what model it was, but basically the truck style, those 823 heads with that style truck intake, the later model truck intake. It's really nothing special. Still has a stock cam in it and everything. I actually just need to put head gaskets back on it, and I can put it back together. Issues, I've had it sitting for years now. I lost track of time and bought all these other fucking cars, but hopefully now that I sold a few and I plan on potentially selling a couple more, I can get my Nova in the garage and start getting that apart and going through that and get that back to whatever I'm going to do with it. I was going to do originally a Pro Touring type or Resto Mod setup, and I actually have a Tanks Inc. EFI tank for it and everything. And then I thought, well, it's stripped, it's gutted, it needs floor pans, it has some rot other places. Maybe I'll just turn it into a drag car. I'll just put some floor pans in it and go with that and fiberglass the rest. And then I wouldn't have to spend as much money on it. Because as anyone knows, trying to fully restore a car is a lot of money. Mark, it's a 77 Nova. It was original. It was a concourse model, 305 two-barrel with a turbo 350. And judging by the VIN, the build code, it should have had a 10 bolt. An 8.5 inch 10 bolt, but it has, for whatever reason, it has a 7.5 10 bolt in it. So I don't know. I guess something happened to the rear end because it's not the original rear end. It has like a, it'd be like an S10 type rear end in it, or whatever. It could have been out of anything with a 7.5 inch. And it has like, I think it has like 273s in it or something, some stupid tall gear. Because when I first got it and I tried to do a burnout in it, I could barely get one tire to light up. Of course, you're not, it was a tired 305 to begin with. I wish all these years, these cars that I pulled apart and then just lost track of time and got sidetracked with buying other cars and stuff. I wish I never would have torn them all apart. So, I'm going to do this with them and do that. And then I'm like, I got bored with it. And then I get another one and do the same fucking thing with it almost. That's why I'm glad I, sold these ones that I just got running and didn't tear them apart. I had a lot of big dreams years ago. Then time catches up with you and you're like, holy shit, Especially when you think about all the money that you pissed away. Like, I could have probably bought another fucking house with all the money I've blown on cars all these years. So now I'm just kind of wanting to tone it down and make the shit that I have, the stuff that I want to keep, really nice. And then the rest of the stuff, I'm not even going to worry about it. Yeah, they did, Mark. I think the SS also came with a 350 in that era, or remember the Nova rallies? There were actually a few that came with manuals too. I think they came with a Saginaw 3-speed in them. Something like that. Maybe it was a 4-speed, but I thought it was a 3, but I don't know. I don't know enough about them to care. That's all like low horsepower stock crap. Oh, well, I think I'm going to get off here. We'll catch you guys later. If Jabba shows up again or whatever, and I catch him, I'll post another live up. All right. Well, we'll see you guys later.